welcome to InSight UT. I'm Rebecca Illig.
And I'm Will Hale.
So Will, what'd you do this weekend?
Back in Morristown at my house, we had a big party. My grandfather turned 80 years old. We hired some cooks and some servants, and we had a nice dinner, beef tenderloin and mashed potatoes, and
Ooh, sounds good.
some acorn squash. It was very delicious. But you know, how about them Vols? We really laid it to them.
That was pretty awesome. I actually went to the game this weekend. It was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. It was pretty hot though.
I'm glad you went.
Yeah.
Everybody got sunburnt. I saw everybody, you know, with white eyelids and red cheeks walking on the pedestrian mall. But
yeah. I lathered on the sunscreen because I knew I was going to be right in the sun.
This week on InSight, we have a new segment called Pedestrian Questions, sports, a CD release party, and a story about campus safety.
Sounds good. Now we're going to go to Malia with pedestrian questions.
Pedestrian questions.
Thanks, Will. I'm here on the pedestrian walkway where today I'm going to attempt to ask students the big question of the day. What do they like better? The UT win over Georgia or the Florida losses to Auburn and LSU?
The Georgia win was a much bigger win. I guess since I was there, it was definitely exciting, and everybody was really pumped up about it. But we just killed them, so it was definitely the best UT football game I've ever been to. So I would definitely think that the Georgia game is a lot bigger.
I have to say the Georgia win over Tennessee, or vice versa, Tennessee over Georgia, because I mean just a great game. It was at Neyland Stadium, just a great crowd. It was an awesome game.
Well, since we were part of the game, because we were in our, what row we were in? Eighth row seat. I definitely think it would be the UT win because it was awesome to be there.
And we're not losers anymore. I thought we were done, and I was really worried for the season. And a lot of people thought we were going to lose, but we beat the crap out of them.
I liked the UT win over Georgia better because if we're winning, that's better than wishing somebody else would lose.
Of course, the UT win over Georgia. I mean, the Florida, nobody cares about them. It's all about UT, so I love that we won. We showed everybody what we're made of, and that we actually can do it.
Actually, I have some pride in our football team now, so ready to go for the rest of the season.
It's up to the football players. If they want to do well, they will. If they don't, they won't.
I think the rest of the season is going to go pretty good. I think we finally get everything together now. We got our defense rolling and our offense. I think we're going to be something to deal with later on.
Well, there you go. It looks like the results are unanimous. Everybody feels like it's much better feeling to win a football game over Georgia and pretty much kill them than Florida losing, even though that felt pretty good too.
Thanks, Malia. That was really cool.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing that segment in the weeks to come.
This Saturday, after Brewers Jam, which I told you about last week, Brendan James Wright and the Wrongs will be holding a CD release party. The band plays all original Americana music, and the album is self-produced. So if you need something to do this Saturday, go check out Brendan James Wright and the Wrongs.
That sounds really neat, Will. Tell us a little bit about Barley's.
Well, Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria is pretty much one of my favorite places to go. It's in the Old City. They have pizza, obviously, and they also have something called the Pub Dog, which is bratwurst with sauerkraut on top. Late at night, I mean, that is a very good meal.
Sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen to me.
Yeah, and Brendan James Wright, they'll be there. And Brendan and I mean, we're pretty close. He helped me move a piano one time for a mutual friend, and
wow.
Yeah, but he's pretty much the coolest guy ever, and so.
Very good. Well, everybody make sure you go check that out. And now we're going to head over to Cliff with some sports.
What's going on, guys? It's your sports update for the week of October 8th, and in just a second, I'll get you picks for this weekend's big college football games, tell you what you can find on the site this coming week, as well as give you my thoughts on another crazy weekend in college football. But first and foremost, Tennessee Vols. Big win over the Georgia Bulldogs, 35-14. Arian Foster, 3 touchdowns on the ground. That gives him 6 against Georgia in the past 2 years as Tennessee continues to dominate Georgia after that thrashing down in Athens last year. Find the player of the week this week, and he's going to come from the other side of the ball. Couldn't go with Arian. We already used him once this year. So we'll go to the defense. We'll go to the linebackers. A pair of them had huge games. We decided to go with a sophomore that has a lot of potential to be one of the best ever in the history of Tennessee football. other stuff in college football this week. USC falls, huge upset to Stanford. I think it's a bigger upset than Appalachian State over Michigan. You can get my thoughts on that, the Tennessee game, and the rest of the college football weekend, as well as who I think is the front runner for the Heisman Trophy on tnjn.com/sports right now. Also coming this week, you'll have our Lady Vol Players of the Week, 2 of them, and they team up a little bit. I'll give you that hint. And also our Couch Potato tells you what to watch for this weekend, and of course our staff picks, as we always do every week. I'll tip you off a little bit. 3 of the games we'll pick this week. Number 1, my upset special, Hawaii falls to San Jose State Friday night, 42-38. Make that another Friday night with an upset after South Florida upsets West Virginia a couple weeks ago. The game of the week this week in the Big 12, surprisingly undefeated Missouri goes on the road to Oklahoma, but falls in Norman, I think, 34-31 in a great game. And Tennessee, of course, the game we all care about most, Tennessee defeats Mississippi State 34-17. That's all in the world of sports.
Thanks, Cliff.
Rebecca, I saw you at Panera Bread the other day. I was having my usual afternoon green tea. You were with some friends.
I was, and I was eating the Chipotle chicken sandwich, which was really good. You should get it next time you go there. I was really glad I was with friends, though, because I did not want to walk back to campus alone. Campus safety is becoming more and more of an issue. On Saturday alone, there were 3 armed robberies and a report of sexual assault on the University of Tennessee campus. There was also an armed robbery last Tuesday. It is so important for everyone to have safe habits while on campus. The UT Police have a website with a list of helpful safety tips. They suggest that students avoid shortcuts and travel only in well-lit areas. Also, do not walk alone at night. UT Police want students to be aware of the blue phones located around campus. There are over 100 of these, and they can be used to call UT Police or the T-Link nighttime transportation system. To use the blue phones, simply press either the red button or the smaller black button. The red button connects you to 911. The black button notifies the T-Link transportation dispatcher. Remember that UT Police are ready to help you 24 hours a day. For a review of these safety tips and for emergency contact information, go to safety.utk.edu.
Thanks, Rebecca. I always thought those things were just ATMs. I never could get money out of them.
Okay, well, that's all we have for you today at InSight. Everybody have a good fall break and
Stay classy, Knoxville.
What are we saying?
Servants, I guess, just for that night. My grandpa loves scotch.
Somewhere.
No, I mean,